All right. Gosh, no reason the code I was trying to enter. Bugging out and not filling properly. Oh wait, no. It was filling properly. What the heck, man? Only took Steam like an hour to send me the code. Okay, so eventually I'll get my Endwalker mount. Definitely be writing that. Very end. Oh, quite a peculiar face you have, Kubo. Familiar too. You wouldn't be the same warrior who gave the legendary Moogle's guard what for, would you, Byleth, was it? Ah, it is an honor to meet you. Allow me to thank you personally for bringing that silliness to an end. Pukawa Pika's the name. What brings you to our neck of the Twelves Wood? What's my dog doing? Dog's acting like he needs to go to the bathroom. One sec. Glad to hear, DJ. Gotta get my stinking mount. Those we were discussing how it ought to be calming the elementals, Kupo. Hold on real quick. Well, I shouldn't have. Oh no. That code worked, so I guess we'll see if in a little bit I get my mount. I hope I get it. The blasphemy of the dreadful horns has had an edge on it, and for good reason. I've had to ask my personal guard here to sleep with one eye open. In case you haven't noticed, the beast corruption has been spreading all through the Twelveswood, all through the woods. Needless to say, we've all got to stand up and put the Twelveswood to rights. Rhea O suggests that the Moogles contribute by scouring the forest for even the slightest sign of taint. Get to cleanse it before it gets out of hand, you know. Difficult and time-consuming work, but if it's service to the forest, then we'll do it gladly, Kupo. Hey, I know. You're an adventurer who gave us some of the finest scars, Koopity-Koop, of the Moogle's guard. No hard feelings for the whole Hail to King Koopo bit, I hope. Not going to call for a rematch either, in case you're worried about that. Rayo O and the others cured us of our tempering, and afterwards sat us down for a stern lecture. No more calling upon good King Moogle Mog, the 12th? I think that's 12th. For us. May he ever remain unsummoned in his royal grace and splendor. Indeed. And what better way to make up for the past indiscretions than to serve the realm? Even now, our kin scours every elm of the Twelves would, and would be remiss not to do our part. We'd be overjoyed to have a hero such as you helping us as well, if you're willing. Something tells me you have a sharp eye for the taint we seek to cleanse. Can we count on you, Kupo? Wait, is there maintenance tonight? Oh my gosh. I might not be able to beat the maintenance tonight. Man, I didn't know there was going to be emergency maintenance. That sucks. Might not be able to beat the freaking game. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's flying. Hello. You're able to make your way up here after all. I was worried you'd be stuck. Apologies for leaving me behind. But it's so easy to forget that your kind lack wings, Kupo. Now then, where is it? There to the south. Let us cleanse that festering taint at once. That was some fine work, Kupo. I dare say it's in even better shape than it was before. Theirs are doubtless filtering out, glittering about, stamping out corruption, wheresoever it rears its hideous head. If I were the Great One, I would be applauding our efforts. Well, insofar as much as being without hands and can clap, I suppose. How goes the taint cleansing, Coopity Coop? I did what I could, but I swear as soon as I finished with one area, two more start manifesting in a fresh taint. The force ability to heal itself is waning, and the sickness is spreading too fast for even a legion of Moogles to manage, if we don't come up with a better solution soon. The situation is more grave than we imagined, Kupo. Oh, what do we do? We should maintain our efforts to purify the forest regardless, but since there are only so many of us, we must also help the forest remember how to help itself. Brilliant idea, I think. How do we go about doing that? Well, I was into that part, Kupo. I've got it. We performed the friendening. The friendening, one, the name of Googie Moogamog the Ape, may he shower us with loving compassion and Kupo nuts, is that. Truth be told, I couldn't remember the ancient rite's name, so I just made something up on the spot, Kupo, but let's forget about that for now and move on to the stuff I do remember. It's an old ceremony, first performed when the nation of Gridania was but a spark of idea and the random thought of its founders' heads. They knew that if they were to establish a home within 12 that they would first have to entreat the elements for permission. So a mage and their company found and cleansed a few sources of foul ether, planting samplings in their place, and consecrating the soil with a prayer to show the forest the purity of their intentions. The elements were so taken with his display, that not only did they permit his people to settle within the forest, they also bestowed upon him their blessing, as proof of their new covenant, Kupo. I remember now. The Gridanians still honor the agreement to this day. For every tree that is cut down, a sapling is planted. So if we follow history's example, we can soothe the forest pain and also nourish it with new life. That's right, Kupo. Oh, but I wasn't finished with the story. Remember the mage who planted those sacred saplings was none other than Jorin, sire of Iokapota, the very first Pajal. From that day forward, the elements would bless a select few hearers with the horns, favoring them with their fellowship. The Pajal were exalted by all the people of the Twelveswood. Even the Mughals look upon them with awe, and that's how it all began. Something wrong, Kubo? You have a strange look on your face. Vanapir may be a Pajal, a form of Pajal at least. How dreadful, Kupo. What exactly are you saying? Oh, my dog wants to come in, he's decided. So the man you think to have become Glenapir was a Pajal stripped of his blessing, and the blasphemy kills and poisons that manifest symptoms that resemble those of the creeping death. I feel sorry for this Iasura, to love the elements only to be shunned by them, to be surrounded by the beauty of Twelveswood and know that he was forever an outsider, all for a child's mistake. That despair could easily have caused him to turn, and the poison that preys upon those who bear the Twelveswood's blessings, the hearers, just like the creeping death once did, might be another manifestation of that despair. That would explain the element's unease, Kupo. We must redouble our efforts to plant saplings, or they may never speak to us again. Indeed. Well, first things first, we must gather as many saplings as we can. Byleth, wait for us at Adder's Nest and make ready for a long and back-breaking day. Mughals want to plant trees. Let us pray that the elder seeds here regains their strength quickly as well. For now, take a rest, my friend. There has not been seen since our last encounter before spent me since we were in terror. Make way for the saplings, Tupo. We've had plenty of practice cultivating our gardens, so selecting the most robust ones was a simple matter. That was the hardest work, so you can help us with the easy part. If you see a spot of corruption, cleanse the taint and plant a sapling in its place, Tupo. Do it enough times, the Great One is sure to understand that what we're doing, that we can, all we can do to heal the forest, which ought to brighten its mood. We'll see to the E-Shroud. You should have no trouble taking care of the rest, Tupo. Your efforts are much appreciated. We will begin without further delay. I trust you will not object to my company. I dare say the healing of the forest is one task which I am more qualified than most. Elder Seedseer, are you well enough to leave the city? I should like to think that I have been for some time. In any event, Yasumi has finally grown tired of my objection and ceased his attempt to detain me further. Allow me to be the one to consecrate these saplings. 'Twould be an honor to offer words of thanks to the forest for its bounty. Please do, Kupo. A prayer from the Elder Seedseer herself will surely hasten their growth from tiny sapling into towering tree. Such is my hope. As Joran did before me, I shall approach the Great One in friendship, that it might see through the veil of fear that blinds it and remember our covenant. Let us begin by cleansing all traces of corruption in the central shroud. To green tier, I sense the flow of aether has become warped there. Impressive, Kupo. Not even my keen eyes could spot corruption from such a distance. It is but one of many talents I owe the elements. Well then, shall we be on our way? I want Central Shroud. In gratitude for your boundless blessings do I offer this gift. May it nourish you as it nourishes us. At last, the earth is cleansed. There is a settlement not far from here. We should tell them of this sapling, bid them watch over and keep it safe from harm. Of course, Elder Seedseer. I shall relay the words forthwith. I will give the people hope. It will give the people hope to know that they can aid in the restoration of the 12's Wood. Thank you, and now we must go. To Silent Arbor. There's something foul impedes the flow of Aether. Let us hurry. The injury has begun to heal, and our next destination lies to the north. Near Mill, I believe. 'Tis faint, for we are far from the source, nevertheless I'm certain it is there. Come. It's fortunate that corruption here is faint. A simple prayer should suffice to cleanse the soil, after which we may plant the sapling. I sense no other disruptions in the etheric flow, which leads me to believe that the Mughals have already been seen to the remainder. Indeed, the 12s would sighs with the contentment I have not felt in a long while. But it will serve to placate the Great One, I cannot say, not until we visit the Guardian Tree. Excuse me, but you're the Elder Seeds here, aren't you? What brings you all the way to our village? Corruption has had upset the balance of ether, but that we have since cleansed with prayer and saplings. Thus has the 12 wood reclaimed a measure of peace. You've been planting trees. We have. The elements have suffered much of late, and with these offerings we endeavor to raise their spirits. Elder Seeds here, I've got to protest. What of your people's spirits? We who dread every step we must take out of doors? That terrible monster is still out there, preying upon the innocent folk without rhyme or reason. If it doesn't strike us dead where we stand, its poison will finish the job. I know you are afraid. That and you and yours suffer still. However, 'tis under the auspices of the element that we may call the 12's wood home, and they too cry out for deliverance. Even the Great One quakes with fear for the blasphemy's continued existence. To ignore their plight, to invite greater tragedy for us all. Rest assured, however, that I have not forgotten the needs of the people. We bring comfort to the elements and renew our sacred ties that we might enlist their aid of the Great One in combating Glenapir and the suffocating despair it spreads, and so I pray you continue to put your faith in the Guardians and in me. Would that we could, Elder Seeds here, but we've been dealing with death and sickness before Glenapir's coming. They said the creeping death's nothing to fear these days, but we know better. One of ours taught it not long ago. We gave her the cure, had plenty on hand, and for a while we thought it would be alright. By the time we realized it hadn't done a damn thing, it was too late for the conjurer. Or to call a conjurer. It was a sad day for all of us when she passed, but none more than her poor husband, Supin. He was beside himself with grief. Who could blame him? And then came Glenipere, to compound our woes. Supin, it cannot be. Do you speak of Iasura Supin? Isura? No, Supin was an odd one, but no one mistaked him for a Pajal. Supin wasn't even his real name. That'd be Elenija. But his wife was fond of calling him Supin for some reason, and it caught on with the rest of us. I see. And what did Elenija look like? Well, I'd say he'd seen no more than 30 summers, kept to himself, came and went with nary a word at times, though after he met his beloved, he became more a fixture, friendly even. His wife was a sickly lass, but she had spirit. But spirit's not enough to beat the crippling death. Pity we couldn't do anything for her. He had finally made a new life for himself here. Thank you for recounting Elija's story. Sad though it was, it has helped me to better understand how much you have suffered. I promise that you will have cause to celebrate soon. Until then, I implore you to again place your faith in the elements and in me. Together we shall overcome this crisis. Despite what he said, I am certain this Elijah was Iasura Supin. To think that he was living so close by all those years, searching for new purpose and finding true love, only to be robbed of that fulfillment too. Were he still a Pajal, empowered by the elements, could he have saved her? He would have dwelt on the question night after sleepless night. I know I would have. Mayhap in the end, he came to blame the elements for his helplessness, for her death, and in despair was consumed. Aye, animosity would linger, endure, and in vengeance would Glenipere find his final purpose. We have done all we can to show the Great One the purity of our intent. Let us hope that we will be accepted as friends. Our supplications to not have escaped the Great One's notice. May it be enough to receive an audience. O Great One, may I abide ever beneath your boughs, embraced by your compassion, grace, and wisdom. Be still the fear within your heart, and know that I am your faithful servant. All feeling. passing corruption refreshed, renewed green, flesh restored. Child of child, covenant honored, friend, friendship, peace. It worked. The Great One speaks through the Elder Seedseer. You're right to follow Joran's example. Profanity spawn, despair's orphan, sadness and anger sadness, death's prayer, one and all. Poison potent, wounds unmending, withering bark, no strength to share. After all we have done, you deny us. After all the Elder Seedseer has endured, she has pledged herself to you, devoured her life to the Twelveswood. The people cry out for salvation, and she answered. The elements cried out for deliverance, and she answered. Only you can help us now. Only you can help us now. If you do not, then we are lost. She is lost. Please, I beg of you. We beg you. What are you doing here? We've been depending on the Seedseer all our lives, blaming them whenever something goes wrong, without ever considering what we might do ourselves. Aye, but no longer. The Elder Seedseer has gone to incredible lengths for her people, and so her people have come to return the favor. If her plea alone is not convincing enough, then we will raise our voices in support. We couldn't let them make the journey without protection. We couldn't let them put us to shame. We too have come to stand with the Elder Seedseer and beseech the Great One for aid. We all want the same thing, don't we? Peace restored to the forest. So please, share what you can, however little. Do not forsake us. Do not forsake her. Kani, Covenant's child, walks with man, with elemental. Keeper of ancient faith, unbroken. Cannot, will not, break faith to man, render up flesh. Then you agree to help us. Flesh, branches, take and join. To oldest elders, renew bond, as one stir. Raise up to heaven's covenant symbol, our staff, all join, all bloom, all peace. My duty weighed heavy on my heart, so heavy that at times I scarce remember to breathe. For days and nights I worried that I would be found wanting. But by your faith and trust has the path forward been revealed to us. You came hither, united in purpose, and bared your hearts before the Great One. Aye, nay, Gridania is forever in your debt. Are these conjure staffs? May I rely on you all once more? I bid you take these branches to every corner of the Twelveswood and join them to the eldest trees, that we might finally win free of this despair. It shall be done, Elder Seedseer, we swear it. Once the trees have been bound together in spirit, I shall carry out the Great One's final instruction and cast its cleansing power across all the Twelveswood. Yet I must remind you, my friends, that Glenapier still stalks in the forest. It will not remain idle. It will attempt to stop us. Go with hope in your hearts, but do not lose sight of the danger. I admit it, for a moment I thought it wouldn't work, but the Elder Caesar moved not only the hearts of the people, but the force itself. The final task appears to be a bit more complicated than the Great One made it sound. So she must scour the ancient texts for the time before the time comes and consult the Seedseer Council. Whenever it comes, we'll be ready. We're ready! Incredible timing as always, Byleth, but moments ago the Elder Seedseer sent word to go and fetch you. She's already on her way, and will explain everything herself when she arrives. The children of the Twelveswood, both Moogle and man alike, have sallied forth, branches in hand, to the far reaches of the forest. Soon their task shall be completed. Hold on, real quick. Did I keep that tab open? No, I didn't. Dang it. Okay. Though the shadow of death yet looms large, they do not allow despair into their hearts. They hold fast to their faith in a brighter future. We shall see their hope rewarded. By the grace of the elements, consign these grim days to memory. We need only succeed in summoning the Earman Hedge. You may recall the Great One's words were muddled and esoteric. I believe it was an instruction to carry out this esoteric ceremony in order to expunge the corruption befouling the forest, that the once tainted earth may begin to mend. For you see, when the Earman Hedge last was formed, it was to protect the Twelveswood from the threats without. The Great One acted as a guardian, embracing the woods to shield them as a father would his child. On this occasion, however, we will call upon them to nourish and revitalize, as a mother nurses her child to make them strong against sickness. In channeling the power of the elements this way, we can stem the spread of Glenapier's poisons. The stars of its passing will finally heal. At least that's what the Great One intended to say, I believe. The Seedseer Council agrees with my interpretation, and has permitted me to perform the ceremony. I have in my possession a single branch, the final one to be attached to the eldest tree of the Twelveswood. For all that you have done to aid us this far, I would ask that you accept this honor. Who better than to set the final stone for this new foundation of everlasting peace? You who have sacrificed so much for the sake of ours. If we have ever done, if we had even a sliver of your courage, we could move mountains. Okay. Thank you, my friend. We will find the tree of which I spoke in front of the Leatherworkers Guild. Let us depart. Oh, it's just right here in the town. I was expecting to get sent somewhere in the Shroud. Look to the boughs above, and you will see a spot where the bark has been discolored by age in the elements. You must affix the branch. You ascend the ancient trunk and affix the branch of the guardian tree to the weathered bark as directed by the Elder Seedseer. You are quite the climber. With that, all preparations are now complete. Let us return to the Guardian Tree. With the aid of the Great One, deliver salvation to the whole of the Twelveswood. I'm sure we're going to do a fate, and that's going to... Or not fate, a duty. That'll be the end of this quest chain. Oh yeah. Duty time. Oh, look at the Dark Knight armor. So freaking nice. Hold on, real quick. Yeah. There's an armored tail attached to it, which is interesting. I thought that was armor for the tails. And I mean, it maybe is. I see. So you can dye the mail, or the plate. Okay. Through the branches of the Guardian Tree, the Twelveswood has become as one. In summoning the Ermine Hedge, every elm of these sacred lands will be imbued with the Great One's nourishing aether. The forest will be empowered to heal itself, to break free of Gelpinir's despair. The ceremony is complex and delicate. I must maintain focus. I trust that you will do what is necessary to see I am not interrupted. Glenipinir comes. Defend the elder seats here. Are the elements so deserving of your scorn? Do you hate me too for my horns? I knew a boy once, a boy who called them gifts, symbols of the blessings he resolved to share with the world. Yet the beast before me now brings naught but misery and death, mark its victims and claims to bind and condemn them, to share in its suffering. I was not there for you then, but I am here for you now to unmake what you have become. I shall begin the ceremony steadfast. Remember what we fight for. Oh no, I wanted this. Oh man. No. Oh, am I lagging? Okay, that was a little weird. Oh, whoops. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I accidentally used my... Okay, good. That's fine. I accidentally used my interrupt. Oh, no. No! Oh my gosh.
By the grace of the elementals! By the light of the crystal!
Oh my gosh, I forgot. I need to get used to my new opener. Though sacred soil and azure skies, may your compassion flow. Oh, through flow and swell to banish the darkness. Receding terror, blissful quiet. Blessing, covenant preserved, now and always, child of child. Honor and gratitude unending. For we as well, honor and gratitude unending. We could not have overcome the blasphemy without your aid. In your everlasting grace, I pray you continue to guide we children of the forest. In your boundless mercy, I pray you forgive the lost and forsaken who succumb to despair. You, my dear Usura, I promise I shall never forget the words of wisdom. Ours is indeed a gift and a blessing, and a duty to our people I will uphold. Until my final breath, this I swear. Thank you, Byleth. The great cleansing now could not have succeeded without you. The blight has been purged, and the blasphemous beast which bore it laid low. The sacred wood that once held its breath in fear now breathes a long sigh of relief. I must return to Gridania and my regular duties as Elder Seedseer, but I should be glad if you could call upon me there, that is, if I may impose upon you one final time. Thank you. I promise not to detain you at length. Let us meet again at the Lotus Stand. Who is this dude just going for... Oh, what? What is up with this face? There's something about this face. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Oh, he's John. I was gonna laugh one more time. Oh, whoopsie. How does easier waits within shall I escort you to her? It's very weird because these are the cutscenes that have like the quality of the voiced ones, but they aren't voiced, so it's very, very jarring. Who knows, maybe we're moving closer and closer to a point where more cutscenes are just this quality, regardless of whether they're voiced or not. The Grey One's Aether flows all throughout the Twelveswood, purging the last vestiges of Gallopinir's poison. The surviving wounded are no longer in danger and have begun to recover at long last. Yay! We have much cause to rejoice, in no small part because of you, my friend. On behalf of Gridania and myself, allow me to thank you yet again for your tireless effort in bringing Glenapir to heal. You went above and beyond the call of duty, for the sake of our people and their homeland. You were inspiring to behold, and not for the first time, I must say. Forgive me, Elchis here, but with the crisis behind us, I would suggest a new course of action. Oh, and what would that be? Rest. In all our time together, I have never been so hard pressed. Surely you are weary and could benefit from a brief respite. I ain't got time for that. I appreciate your concern, my friend, but I cannot, will not. One day perhaps, but not this day. But Elder Seed's here. Recent events have given me cause to reflect upon my past, upon lessons that I once thought I had taken to heart. When I did not yet understand the duty of which I had been entrusted, when these horns of mine were but chains binding me to a destiny I did not choose. 'Twas Iasura who taught me to appreciate the gift I had been given. He had not been there to help me keep to the proper path. Where would my errant feet have taken me instead? Or had he not been there? Whoops. He was perhaps the first, but he would not be the last. My brother and sister and countless other kind souls, through their words and their support, have also helped me continue to find a way forward, even when I thought there was none. It is by opening our hearts to one another that we, in turn, open new paths, that we can conceive our greater opportunities and brighter futures. All who live within Gridania are deserving of these gifts, and so I must always be there for them, that together we may journey in safety through the darkest night. Not tempted to live wild and free like an adventurer. It is not without its appeal. I recall fondly the few occasions I have traveled beyond. Our time together in the churning mists left a lasting impression. If ever there came a time when I need no longer serve as Elder Seedseer, I should like very much to accompany you on another adventure. Regardless of what the future has in store, my present course is clear. So long as we Pajal serve as a bridge between man and elemental, Gridania can weather any storm. And so I will continue to walk hand in hand with my people and my patrons along a path that we discover together. As well as my OnlyFans subscribers, I shall walk with them too. Send them horn and feet pics. What was that? The Blasphemy is no more. There's still administrative matters to resolve. Did it also bring word of recent events to Delegate and Radat Zadhan? They watch over and keep you. Dye my gear. Dye my gear. Dye my gear. Welcome back. I pray you've brought glad tidings. Glenapir, slain, you brought joy to me on an otherwise uneventful day, of course. I had complete faith in your success, but had begun to worry ever so slightly when you did not return as quickly as I anticipated. Ash reports your success to the envoys at once. If we have further need of you, I pray you will answer our call. Is there a Moogle, delivery Moogle here? There is. Has my mount arrived? I very much would like it for... Man, I just wish I could just have like this red part be connected to the top. And then the pants are just the black part. I would love to have just the top to dye. I dislike the robe pants. Huh? Oh, that's right. I forgot it came with the scythe, too. Okay, let's see how much of the endgame we can get in 2 hours. Those are the steampunk ones for those are crazy. Oh, is this underneath? Oh no, it's showing me the wrong one. Son of a... I realize you still got lots to do before you depart, so I won't keep you any longer. I do hope you can find a moment for yourself, and that others can as well. They say they are returning to the Baldassian Annex, though I doubt they stayed for long. If you decide to go looking for them, I suggest speaking with Kryl first. I'm sure they would have told her their plans. You're back. I take it you received your gift from Tataru? Yeah, check out my drip. It was a surprise long in the making, with many, many long hours of fretting to get everything just right. I'm glad to see you realize, and with great success. If you're looking for the others, though, they've already taken their leave. Usually I think Urianger have gone to the last strand for a bite to eat. Alize and Grahati, meanwhile, though their time would be better spent poring over books, or thought their time would be better spent. Pouring over books. As Ralph known out, Estinian, well, they've elected to pay a visit to the Levier estate, though Estinian seems somewhat reluctant to go. I'm sure they would all be glad for your company, if you've a mind to seek them out. Should you be feeling peckish, I suggest heading to the last stand before Ishtola and the others finish eating. But of all else, it would be foolish to run headlong into battle, a fatigued mess. So do remember to get a good night's sleep. Ooh, actually, real quick. What's the cheapest outdoor area I can teleport to? Oh, Labyrintho stuff. Like a robot horse almost. Pure metal. Oh wait, duh. I started running east, not west. Oh, they don't let you jump off. Man. Okay, well, bummer. My throat's kind of hurting, so I don't know if I feel like reading for the rest of the night. Maybe, maybe I'll consign to not beating the game tonight. I'll just go grind off stream. I haven't really gotten many chances to play the game yet. Just chilling, not streaming. Not that it's a bit. Oh, hold up. Blip bloop. Miniature model of Omega appears to be staring up to the sky and searching for something. QQ. Alpha appears distracted by something off in the distant heavens. Can't help but wonder what he senses out in the sea of stars. Oh, he could probably maybe he can tell where the heck Medion's at. Man. Yeah, I think I'll just, it's not worth it just getting started on the story that I'll have to stop, so I'm gonna just go grind. Peace.